Hey there, travel bees! I cut my finger. But do you like my color? It's a pretty pink. Anyway, this is day 6 of Thassos, and day 6 comes along with the Golden Beach. The thing is, I didn't film anything that day because things happened. So here we are telling the story of it. But before that, I have a legend and a real fact also. So let me tell you that according to the legend, this long stretch of soft sand once belonged to King Thassos, the mythical founder of the island. It is said that sand sparkles because God Helios, God Helios, meaning the god of sun. Helios in Greek means sun. God Helios himself blessed it with golden dust so that the king could always find his way back from the sea. Fishermen still say that at sunrise the waves glows as if sun is rising from within the sand itself. The real fact is that Golden Beach is the largest and one of the most popular beaches on the island, stretching over 2.5 kilometers. It is a long beach and it is cool with fine sand. It is also home for nesting sites for sea turtles, and has some of the clearest waters in the North Aegean. So you have the legend, you have the fact. Someone calls me, just a second. Okay, sorry about that. Of course, you need to have memories, but I hope you will have nice memories, pleasant ones and not unpleasant. Something happened. I got stained by a tick, and I don't know if it's from the grass, from the parking lot there. It was weird. It was weird and I didn't know anything. After the beach, we went in a parking lot and I've made a picture of this flower. You tell me the name. I know it in Romanian, but now it's almost midnight here and I'm still filming and editing because I have a lot of things to set up. So I got bitten by this guy little here. I didn't felt anything. I don't remember anything. We went around the city because we had a birthday. It was we needed a cake. We wanted to make this surprise with the cake. Of course, he knew because we do that every time. If it's someone's birthday, we always find a cake, make a surprise, and so on. And yeah, he knew for sure that we were doing the cake thing. We reserved the cake. And after that, we went back in the room. I had a shower and I saw something on my leg. One day before, I went to Ipsarion mountain and I fall a little bit. And I had a scratch on the same leg next to the tick bites. And I thought, okay, it's purple now. I have a little bit of a bruise. It's okay, no problem. We all get that. And I thought that small black dot was just a small cut, you know. And I said, okay, let it. I will have the shower and look at it later. After the shower, we went on the balcony. I took the after sun cream with me, and after I put sun cream on my right leg, I saw the black thing on my left leg, and I said, I think I got a scratch here, and the blood coagulated it, and I don't know if I will break it. Probably I will bleed too much and I will stain everything. Let me see. And just doing like this, I felt something that I felt way a lot of years before. When I was 21, I got bitten by a tick, but it was a bigger one. So when I did this, it was on my left rib. When I did this, I've seen it doing like that with its tiny legs, and I got creeped out. We are afraid of Lyme disease, and of course you should take it seriously. So I didn't saw it because it was very small. You can see it actually, but I felt the same thing I felt when I had the first tick. So I started making pictures with extra zoom to see if it's a tick or just a small bruise. It was a tick. And I started reading on the internet that I should keep olive oil on it until it will come out for oxygen. Nothing happened. I stood 20 minutes with it. Then someone said you should put a nail polish remover on it, and I said okay, fine, put it. 20 minutes, I said no, 5 minutes is enough. I couldn't stay more than 5 minutes because it was burning already. The tick wasn't going anywhere. I was pissed because it's a stupid way to die if you think it on the Lyme disease way. For those that doesn't know what is Lyme disease, it's a bacterial infection transmitted to humans through the bite of an infected tick. It is the most common tick-borne disease in the United States and Europe, so probably you know it, guys. Initial symptoms, I'm reading this because it's easier to read it to you than to remember everything. Often includes characteristic skin rash called erythema. It's in Romania we call it bull eye. It makes a red spot all over it, but it's not 100%. It's only for 70% of people. I didn't get that. I'm still hoping I'm okay. Along with fever, headaches, and fatigue. The only thing that I'm having now, it's fatigue, but probably because we had a lot of things and projects and we didn't sleep enough, so that's another whole story. If left untreated, Lyme disease can progress to more serious complications affecting the joints, hearts, and nervous systems. I knew only about the nervous system and that in time you will paralyze until to death. Yes, and the erythema is a circular or oval shaped rash that expands from the site of the bite, often resembling a bullseye. Not everyone develops this rash, and it can be harder to see on darker skin tones. Fever, headache, fatigue, and muscle aches or joint pains are the symptoms. Later symptoms are joint pain and swelling, neurological problems such as facial palsy, meningitis, and nerve pain, heart problems including inflammation of the heart muscles. If I die, I die. What can I do? Diagnosis is usually based on a combination of symptoms, history of tick exposure, and lab tests to detect antibodies of bacteria. Yeah, and it shows that it should look like this. I don't have it, I never had it. But you know, we had a birthday to celebrate, so everyone was already at the taverna. We had to take the cake, so we came later. At the taverna, we took the cake. We spoke with the kitchen and gave the cake away. And after everyone finished eating, we called for the cake. Luckily for me, I do speak a little bit of Greek, so no one understood what I said, but the people from the kitchen and our waiters. I didn't have the best mood because I didn't know what is happening. In Romania, we are advised not to take the tick away. We should see a doctor and let them take it away and give us some treatments, mostly antibiotic. So we went to the emergency hospital in Thassos, which is, I don't know, 30 kilometers away. And that emergency hospital was looking pretty sad. The ladies there didn't took me very seriously, meaning I went there and I said, you know, I have a tick bite, can you please help me? And she saw only the bruise on my leg and she said, okay, did you hurt yourself and you want to see if it's broken? And I said, what? No, it's about a tick. It's an insect. I understood that she didn't know what I was talking about, and probably she didn't know the name in English. Probably she knows only the name in Greek, and I said tsipura or something, something. I said, okay, I have an insect that bit me, and look, it's inside my leg. Can you take it out? That's not an insect, she said. Okay, I took a picture, I can show it to you. I showed the picture and she said, she looked at me, she looked at the picture and she said, that's not what it's on your leg. And I said, lady, it's the same thing, only this is with super zoom. And she looked at me like I was a garbage bag and she said, I know that is a super zoom. It's like, what are you calling me, an idiot? And I didn't said it on that tone. So because I saw her like a cat already, I said, okay, listen, I did the picture because I've seen something on my leg, so I made it with super zoom, extra zoom, mega zoom, however you want to call it, to see what is there, because I didn't know if it's a small cut or something else. So this is what I found, which is a tick. And she said, yeah, okay, fine, we will take it out. So she put some alcohol on my feet or whatever was that. She said, you have to stay 5 minutes with it. Whatever I did home, she did it in the hospital. And then there are some special scissors, like you know, scissors usually are like this. Well, for ticks, the scissors are something like this. You know, so it can take it and you have to stretch it clockwise until, like a screw, I think, like a cap. You have to, how do you call it? You have to rotate it clockwise. So she didn't do that. She took the thing. It was way big. It was for a big, humongous stick. She took the stick and did that. And when I saw it, I wanted to murder her, because part of it was left in my foot. And I understand Greek. I'm not 100% speaker or understanding 100%, but my level of Greek I can survive in a village or somewhere in Greece where they don't talk English. So I understood that she was talking with the nurse and saying, I didn't took it all out. The nurse said, okay, we will tell her and she will go away. And I thought they will tell me that they took it out and that I can go away, because I don't understand 100%. But from my interpretation, this is what happened. And they come to me and they said, you know, because the tick was very small, we took it out, but not all the way. So you have the head inside. And I froze. And I said, okay, what's the next steps? Nothing, you go home, because in a few days the tick will come out by itself. How? Because the head is inside and the body is outside. You just broke it. No, the body usually removes objects from itself after a few days, so it's okay, you can read it on the internet. And I said, first of all, you know, they teach us in Romania that we should come to the hospital so a doctor can see us and remove it. It's forbidden for us to remove it ourselves. And she said, yes, of course, you shouldn't remove it yourself. You should come at a hospital so it can be properly removed. And then my face just blanked out and changed, because you can read the subtitles on my face. And she realized she was an idiot telling me that, because she was sending me home with a tick in my leg. And she said, I can assure you, you can read on internet, everything is fine, you can go home. And I said, yeah, what I've read on the internet is telling me I shouldn't leave things in my leg. So what are we going to do? You can go home. And I started crying because of I was pissed and I didn't want to fight with them, and because I was very frustrated. So at that moment they panicked really bad, because she wasn't a doctor, she was an intern, and she didn't took anything seriously until I started crying. I wasn't afraid, I wanted to break her legs at that moment in time. I was very pissed and I had a lot of feelings, and I tried to contain myself. So that was the result. I exploded. So only then they called the actual doctor that looked a little bit at my leg. And another older nurse came with a needle and she said, okay, look, this needle, I just open it right now. It's sterile. I will insert it a little bit under your skin so I can take whatever is left of the tick there. I said, okay, fine. I didn't trust anything at that moment. We looked at home and there was nothing there. But the prescription that they gave me was some antibiotic cream here on the bite, and that's all. In Romania, when I had this problem, they gave me drinkable antibiotic for 5 days, a strong one with a large spectrum, just to be sure that it can cover everything. So she didn't give me. I went to the pharmacy, I asked the pharmacist, she said the same thing. She said, unfortunately, I cannot pull the tick for you. And I said, no, it's already pulled out, but they didn't give me antibiotic. And then she said, okay, listen, you can have this number, call it, it's a doctor, see a second opinion. I called the doctor, I went there, he actually came as an emergency. It was very close to the area I was, so I went to the cabinet, he came in 5 minutes to help me. He inspected the bite, he said there's nothing there, but here, what I can do for you is just give you a prescription with antibiotic, because you shouldn't, okay, the local antibiotic as a cream is good for locally, but to avoid any kind of situations, you should drink this 5 days. I could drink it only 4 because I didn't feel very good from it. I was very dizzy, I felt obnoxious, I couldn't eat, it was weird. I read the prescription and I had the same symptoms from the antibiotics, so I took it 4 days and that's that. Thanks for listening to me and hear my adventures, and I promise day 7 with some other adventures, like some waterfalls, and it's a surprise, you have to see it. And then day 8 with adventures on the sea. So stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed this video and see you guys later. Bye.